Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture, we're going to see what type of data we have. So we have three types of data these days. First is structured data, semi-structured data and unstructured data. Structured data, it concerns all data which can be stored in SQL in a format of rows and column. So apart from these classical example like SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL or AWS Aurora, we have one more example which is known as MS Excel. MS Excel will give you the freedom to work on rows and columns, which is actually a table, N into M, rows into columns. So that is known as structured data. Semi-structured data is information that does not reside in relational database. It means we have structured data but still we have other informations or other data which actually is not for relational database. What should we do in that case? We should organize our data in such a way that it should also be a part of database. What kind of database does it supports, or what kind of database actually requires semi-structured data? Well, we have example for that as well. We have MongoDB and AWS DynamoDB as one of the classical example of a database which supports semi-structured data. Unstructured data. You can easily understand what does unstructured data means. I mean, there is no structure at all or does not have any predefined data model. Thus, it is not good for mainstream relational database. So for any sort of data, be it of your Word, PDF, text, media logs, any sort of data, if you want to keep it in your database, that data is known as unstructured data. And the example of those unstructured data supported databases are MongoDB and DynamoDB. We have seen a definition of NoSQL when we were studying the definition of database or the types of databases we have. Now let us have a look on this definition in depth. A NoSQL database provides a mechanism for storage and retrieval of data. Well, NoSQL is not only SQL, but it's like a SQL language, but only not restricted to SQL. We have different approach to store, retrieve and perform any of the CRUD operations, but the language is different because the data is different. So that is model, it means other than tabular relationship used in relational database. When we talk about NoSQL, we need to have some type of databases which supports NoSQL. So what kind of databases we need to build in order to support NoSQL as one of the language? We have document database. Basically what does it do is it actually stores data in JSON, BSON and XML documents. JSON means JavaScript Object Notation. So you'll heard this topic many a times that okay, this is JSON, but in general word JSON is nothing but a dictionary format, whereas key and value pair. This is just a very layman definition. Actually, it's in depth into it as well, but just overall definition of JSON in a one line, very layman definition. What is graph database? Graph database focuses on relationship between data elements. Key value database is simplest type of NoSQL database, is a key value store. Column database or column oriented database is a relational database which stores data in row and reads data row by row. So column store is organized as a set of columns. We have example of document, graph, key value and white column. You can see the structure of document database in a JSON format. You can also see what kind of graph database actually is. You'll also see key value, what kind of key value pair we can do. We can have a name, or we can have a name of that particular person. Age is one of the key, and just in front of that key we can put like 23 or 24, whatever age is. So this is the way the sorting of data will be done, or in fact entry of that data into the database will take place. We have a classical example of a database which supports DocumentDB, which is MongoDB, CouchDB. We also have Graph, Neo4j, and then key value pair we have Redis, Memcached, Ignite. White column or columnar database we have Cassandra, HBase, Scala. These are the example of NoSQL database types. Now we're going to introduce what is DynamoDB. So let us understand the definition of DynamoDB. DynamoDB is a proprietary and fully managed service given by AWS, which supports key value and document data structure. We have seen document data structure, or if you would like to correlate it with, you can correlate it with a JSON format in a key or value format, right? DynamoDB exposes a similar data model to and derives its name from Dynamo, but has a different underlying implementation. So let us look at the feature or future of DynamoDB. See, volume of data is increasing day by day, and semi-structured or structured or unstructured data are in huge demand. Querying to these databases and performance is better than other databases. For example, relational database, because relational database has some stringent or constraint. So reason behind this is we need to have a particular data or particular type of data we need to only insert into database or fetch the information as per the strict SQL. So in order to avoid that thing, NoSQL comes into picture, and DynamoDB is one of the database which is in huge demand. So you don't have to worry about underlying infrastructure, because DynamoDB is a proprietary service of AWS. So you don't have to worry about your infrastructure, your patching, your database backup. You just need to figure it out, your requirement, and based on that requirement we can easily implement DynamoDB as per your requirement, data, what kind of load it is actually in there in your database during off-peak and on-peak hours. So these are the things which you can should be worried about. Rest everything you can leave it to AWS. Web giant such as Amazon, Google and Facebook have long used NoSQL database to help manage their own online operations and their work. One of the greatest features of DynamoDB is scalability and flexibility. You don't have to worry about the scalability of DynamoDB. For any of the load, it is capable, it is robust enough to handle in any situation. This has already been tested by web giants like Google. So since we have those web giants which have already used DynamoDB as one of their major database, or Amazon itself or Facebook itself, so we can trust at least on this part. So we're gonna see lab 1 in the next lecture. In this lab 1 we're gonna see how to create an free tier AWS account. Till then, I'm signing off. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.